What's up, guys? My name is Gabe and welcome back to the Trojan Blade. Welcome back to a brand new video. This is a Friday, February 20th edition of the Trojan Update. It was a big press conference day at USC today. We also had a commitment, so a lot to get into. Not going to waste any more time. If you guys are enjoying the videos, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Really appreciate you guys being here. Now let's get into it. All right, so first things first, let's talk recruiting. USC did land a commitment from four-star wide receiver Quinton Hale, the number 10 wide receiver in the country and the number 52 overall player per the 24/7 Sports composite. He is transferring to Corona Centennial for his senior year, and this kid is an absolute stud. 6'3", 180 pounds. This is a number one receiver. Can high point the football. Very good hands, is going to hang onto the ball through contact. Very good after the catch as well. This guy loves to block. Big body kid, but with a frame that has a lot of room to add onto it. So he's going to be able to put a lot of good weight on from now until when he's actually at USC and onto the field. This is a guy that's going to be playing outside for you. And man, with this skill set, with this frame, I love wide receivers like this. He's just very good at what he does. And guys, this is a big time prospect. You don't need me to tell you that. Huge pickup. This kid's going to be an impact guy, possibly as a freshman, depending on what he does physically this next year. He's the number 10 wide out in the country right now, but playing at Centennial, he has a chance to climb much higher in those rankings. So shout out to Quinton Hale. Very excited to see this 2027 class really start to come together. Next up, moving on to the press conferences. All the new assistant coaches talked today, and there were four things I really wanted to talk about. First up, from Connor Morissette, Chad Savage says that Zacharias Williams is now an inside receiver. He's joined by Romero Eisen, Trent Mosley, Cam Sermons, and Seth Zamora in the room. So for Zach, that's a spot I like him at much better than playing outside. I think when you look at him, his skill set, it's catching the ball in the middle of the field. It's quick hitting routes. Not to say that he doesn't have the goods to play outside, but I think his level of athleticism is much better suited for playing inside, and that size advantage is going to be a very big deal. As we saw last year, Jaden Mayava does like to look to the middle of the field. He's not afraid to throw there anymore like he was his first year. He took a big step in that department. So having another big non-tight end target that could be sitting down in the middle of the field, I think that's a very good thing. And when you look at the other guys in the room, especially Romero Eisen and Trent Mosley. Now, Trent Mosley's a guy, I don't know, man. He might be able to play game one at USC with what he did at Santa Margarita, run after the catch ability, route running hands. This is as complete a receiver as you're going to see coming out of high school. And Mo Eisen, if you guys watched this channel last year, you'll know how high I am on him. A less athletic Jordan Addison is how I described him. And being less athletic than Jordan Addison is not all a slight. I think he's a very good player, so I like that fit inside as well. Very interesting room, that inside receiver group. Different body types, different skill sets. What's the target distribution going to look like? Can't wait to see. Again, from Connor Morissette, Chad Savage says Wisconsin tight end transfer Tucker Ashcraft will be an instant impact player for USC this year. I'm sure he will. But guys, make sure you read that again. He will be an instant impact player. That does not mean he's going to be catching passes, because I don't think he will. He's going to be an instant impact player because he's going to be a key blocker in our run game. That's what he does. Could he have the odd catch for a first down or even a touchdown in goal line? Absolutely. But this is not going to be a Mark Bowman, Fred Davis receiving kind of tight end. He barely produced as a pass catcher at Wisconsin, but he's very big. He's very physical. He likes to get in the mix in the run game, and that's exactly what he's going to be asked to do. So don't misread that as thinking he's going to be a really big part of the passing game from a catching standpoint, but he is going to be a big part of our run game from game one, no doubt. Next up, Connor says, I continue to think that Elbert Rock Hill will be a cornerback starter at USC as a true freshman. Trevon Reed is very high on him. Man, I know I say this every time I bring Elbert up, but he's my favorite player in the 2026 class, hands down. Not even just USC players, like the entire class. He's my favorite. Living in Ohio as long as I did, being a Browns fan, kind of being in that circle in the Cleveland sports cycle, I guess. I was hearing about Elbert Hill 3 or 4 years ago, and every Ohio State fan thought he was a lock to be a Buckeye. So the fact that we pulled this off, you guys should have heard them talk about it. They were stunned, they were floored, and they were very upset, and that was music to my ears. Because if they're that upset about losing a player, that tells you what everyone thinks about him. And guys, this kid is the real deal. When you think of a modern day cornerback, Elbert Hill is exactly what comes to mind. He can do everything. Zone, man, he can play the run, press, bump and run. It doesn't matter. He's going to be a massive player at USC. And I agree with Connor. I've been saying this for months. I think Elbert is going to be starting. I really do. So the fact that Trevon Reed spoke so highly of him is music to my ears. He's someone I cannot wait to see on the field at USC. Don't be surprised if this is an all Big Ten kind of player. As a true freshman, I think he has that in him. And to finish up from Chris Trevino, he says Tobias Raymond will train at center this year for depth. Coach Hansen didn't count out Raymond starting there. He said his depth chart is wide open despite returning 5 starters. Tobias Raymond at center? Yes, please. I would love that. If there's one thing we've learned about Tobias Raymond, he can't play tackle. Just for the love of God, he cannot play tackle, especially left tackle, not in the Big Ten. He was a very good guard. He was a train wreck at left tackle, and I think he could be a very high-end center. I love this fit. He has the athleticism for it. If there's anyone worried about his height at center, it doesn't matter anymore, guys. That's a very outdated philosophy. Teams in the NFL don't care about it. Doesn't matter the height of your quarterback, especially in this case because we have a 6'4" Jaden Maiava. Love Killian O'Connor. Love what he brought to the table. But this raises the ceiling of the offensive line by a very large margin. I would love this move. I support this move. Thinking about a potential offensive line, Elijah Page at left tackle, Hayden Treater at left guard, Tobias Raymond at center, Alani Noah at right guard, and either Justin Tuanuu or Kenai Pepe at that right tackle spot. That's going to be a fascinating battle. And Brett Kolajay. I'm not 100% sold on Alani Noah starting at right guard. I definitely think he'll start the season there, but I think Brett Kolajay is going to be a major player on this offensive line. I really do. That kid is a different level of athleticism, nastiness, versatility. He's the whole package. So be on the lookout for that as well. So that was the Trojan update. If you guys did happen to enjoy it, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I really appreciate you guys being here. Hope you all have a great and safe weekend. You guys are all awesome. And as always, take care and fight on.